You're listening to the Spend 10K a Day podcast, brought to you by the performance marketing experts at Mute 6. This is your source for cutting-edge insight into the world of online advertising from the team with more Facebook case studies in 2016 than any other agency on the planet. Here are your hosts, Steve Weiss and Stuart Anderson.
Welcome back to the Spend 10K a Day podcast. I'm Stuart Anderson. My buddy Steve Weiss is with me as always. Today we're talking about a pretty recent feature, something that most people might not have realized is even there, available for e-commerce, retailers advertising on Facebook. You can actually target people based on the size of a previous order. So order value based targeting. Pretty cool feature. Steve, what do you think?
Yeah, this is game breaking because you used to have to actually export all the customer data from whatever system, whether it's Shopify or whatever system you're using, based on what people have ordered last. Let's say you want to target all your ads to people who've spent $60 or more in your store. You have a specific ad unit. Let's say you want to reward them. You want to do a win back campaign, or you want to say. You want to have one ad unit where you're giving away something for free or a bundle just for this demographic of users who spent a lot of money, or over X amount of dollars in your store. I think it's an awesome feature. We've been using it on one of our e-commerce sites that we work with. They sell T-shirts. They're, I guess, a subscription T-shirt company, but they also have multiple SKUs of T-shirts.
Yeah.
And it's been an incredible win back tool that we've been using to actually win customers back who previously has spent significant order values.
Yeah, it's pretty cool because you can say, hey, I want to target somebody who spent, who placed an order previously that was over $100. Maybe they haven't purchased anything in the last 3 months. Let's target all those people. Or let's say you're launching a new product. You want to say, hey, I want to target everybody who's spent over $50 in an order in the last 6 months. These are the types of people who, our research has shown would be a good buyer for this product. It's pretty cool. It's also, similar to the way that time on site targeting added, another refinement on top of, some of the WCAs available. Like this is another refinement off of purchase-based data. You can say, hey, let's go after the big spenders.
Exactly, and I think as you continue to grow your store, you'll have a much larger pool of big spenders. And I think there's a lot you could do with people who've previously spent money in your stores. There's a lot of really cool, from an ad creative perspective, of really personalizing that ad experience. There's a lot of really cool, intricate messaging you can use for people who've already previously purchased over a specific order value. So yeah. I think it's another tool in your tool shed on what you call your bottom of funnel or your re-engagement campaigns. We always talk about prospecting new customers, but this is one of the tools that you could automatically turn on for your bottom of funnel, your remarketing, your re-engagement. Beyond just deep dynamic product ads, this is something that really an ad unit focused around targeting people who have previously bought your product.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a few specific use cases that I have in mind that immediately came to me when I found out about this feature. One was new product launches. When you're launching a new product, you want to announce it. These are the people who I think would be most likely to buy based on past purchaser data. It's again, as I mentioned before, a refinement off of a purchaser list. Like
a subscription. Let's say that you're selling. Let's say you have a subscription to your product that you're launching. Let's say you sell AKA bath and body stuff.
Yeah.
And now you're coming out with a subscription for soap, as an example, like a similar client we're working with.
Mm-hmm.
You want to launch your subscription to your power users, and you want to give them a great deal. So you're going to target people who have spent over $50, over $60 plus in your store, and you can really, with this new targeting feature, you can just target ads to those people.
Yeah, definitely. So new product launches. The other one is I think like seasonal promos or anything that's like a promo that's based on order size. If you know that there are people out there on your list who have spent large amounts in any given order, or even let's say they've placed 2 orders over $100. If you're doing a promo where you get free shipping for any orders over $100, or a $20 discount if you spend over $200, people who have spent large amounts in your store previously, they might be the exact kind of people who are going to respond really well to that messaging. So those are the 2 use cases I thought of right off the bat. There's probably a couple more, but those are the things I think really make sense just off of unique use cases for this.
Oh, totally. And I think, as this tool becomes more widely used, we're going to come up with so many different use cases of how to leverage it. New product launches, obviously, Even just win-back campaigns. You want to reward your best customers with different products.
Yeah.
With different giveaways. I just think that it's a really simplistic tool now of leveraging average order value targeting.
Yeah. I mean, an AOV-based targeting. I'm kind of thinking about why we didn't think of this before about like a good feature for Facebook. This is perfect. I think that the next iteration of this, hopefully, and this is a little bit tougher to do, but like let's say I would love to be able to target everybody who has spent over the last 6 months, upwards of let's say $500 total in my store across any number of orders. It looks like Facebook doesn't have that capability right now, but if they build that through, I think that's a huge one for advertisers. And I think both these types of audiences, both the AOV targeting and LTV targeting, perfect for lookalikes too.
Oh, but awesome. I mean, feeding that data right back into Facebook and allowing Facebook to build off that it's amazing. It's kind of the best use cases for leveraging Facebook's audience algorithm. So I would say test this out right away. Facebook released it, I think it was about a couple months ago now. We just started talking about it, but I would test this out almost immediately. It's you have nothing to lose. Obviously, you're not going to spend a ton of money on this because, most people don't have giant audiences of people who spend it. Maybe you do, but most of the time, this is a very small, customer-focused audience. So test it out. We've already been seeing some really good results bottom of funnel, and I'd love to share that with you and have you guys test it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We're looking forward to seeing what people can do. We'll be coming back soon with more content on the podcast. For today's episode, I'm Stuart Anderson, and with me, as always, my good friend Steve Weiss. We will see you next time.